Are you looking for the resort that has it all? Well, I might just have the spot for you. Welcome back, everybody, to Vacations and Libations. And today we are going to talk about Impression by Secrets Moxche. The Impression concept is actually a newer concept for the Secrets brand. And if you've watched any of my husband and I's videos, you would know that we are huge fans of the Secrets brand in general. So when we saw them coming out with this new concept called Impression, we absolutely had to try it. Starting out, we're just going to go straight into a room tour. And this room was honestly one of the nicest and definitely one of the biggest rooms that we've ever had at an all-inclusive. It was just absolutely massive and had a lot of great amenities as well. We were in a signature tropical view Swimout suite. And as you can see here, there was a huge bathroom with a massive bathtub, as well as a separate glassed-in shower, double vanity, and they had just about every amenity or toiletry that you could want. Came with a king-size bed, as well as a separate seating area, and a fully stocked minibar, which was restocked daily. And the minibar even had a wine cooler, which is kind of a rare thing. A lot of all-inclusive resorts do not have that. But there was wine. Of course, they had your coffee. They had some really good snacks that they would refresh if you ate them. And then the refrigerator had your mixers, sodas, juices, etc. Another really nice touch, which you may have spotted earlier in the video, was that we were given a small bottle of Azul tequila on check-in. So that's another kind of sign of just the elevated everything that you get at Impressions, the drinks, the food, everything is on an elevated level. And the best part of the room for us was, of course, this wonderful swim out area. You can see we had a table and chairs, plenty of loungers out here, and really they call it a swim out, but it was actually a private pool. So this area is walled in and, you know, it's really only accessed by you. So quite a bit of privacy with the tropical view, especially. The pool was huge. It was a wonderful temperature. We spent a lot of time out here. And actually, after seeing where the oceanfront swim outs were, we probably still would have chosen this room because you really didn't have that great of an ocean view from the oceanfront swim outs. There was quite a bit of things between you and the ocean, so it wasn't like it was right there on the beach or anything. I definitely would have stuck with this room for sure, especially for the price difference. But yes, very happy overall with this room. Again, it was massive. If you didn't want to bring toiletries with you, you could absolutely find everything that you need here. They even had bug spray, which was a nice touch, and you definitely needed it at the time of year that we were there in Mexico. So having a great room is wonderful, but I'm sure a lot of you are probably wondering, how was the food? Well, I'm here to tell you, it was pretty awesome. So we have kind of made a list here if you want a screenshot of your options if you're staying on the Secret side, and then additional options if you're staying on the Impression side. With this resort being kind of a resort within a resort concept, if you are staying on the Impression side, you have access to the 3 restaurants that are only for Impressions guests, in addition to everything available on the Secret side. But that doesn't go the other direction. So Secrets guests, you cannot go over and eat at the Impressions restaurants. So we just ate probably 70 to 80% of our meals on the Impression side. Everything was just so good over here. And we didn't have anything bad on the Secret side. It was just that you could really tell a difference in the quality of the food. Everything felt on the Impression side like you were at a restaurant at home ordering a meal that was made to order for you. They had a lot of different things that you don't normally see at an all-inclusive resort, like oysters, poke bowls, really good burgers and tacos. Just everything was just really, really high quality. Now, if you are into fancy dining, they have Teodoro, which is their Michelin star restaurant. This was definitely an experience. The food here was very fancy and very unusual, and it was a neat experience. We got it included because we were staying there for 5 nights. I was definitely glad that I didn't pay extra for it though. Moving on to the nightlife, and honestly, I felt like this resort had some of the most unique nightlife that I've ever seen at an all-inclusive resort. They, of course, had a theater, which most all-inclusives do, where they would have shows every evening. The show that we went to was called the Quirky Show. It was kind of like a Cirque du Soleil type show where they had acrobats. They did have some singing and dancing as well, but very entertaining. They had some really, really talented people there. I didn't catch any of the other shows, but this one was actually really good. The cool thing about it is if you stay until the end of the show, they will give you a password at the end of the show, and the password is for the Gypsy Club, which is their speakeasy. So you walk into the pharmacy, and it is a legitimate pharmacy. You give the guy in the lab coat the password, and he opens the wall, and it leads you back to their nightclub. So this was a really neat feature. I know I've heard of a few different resorts starting to have like a speakeasy style nightclub. It's just really fun concept. And honestly, we're not usually big nightclub people, but we had a good time here. You can see here they had dancers kind of up on little stages. They had a lot of lighting. It was just a really cool environment, just kind of a neat little touch for an all-inclusive resort. All right, so we've talked about what to do in the evening, but what are we going to do during the day? Of course, you're probably going to be hanging out at the pool. And again, if you are staying at Impression, you have plenty of pools to choose from. So the Impression side, there was 3 pools that were just for Impression's guests. And then you also, again, have access to all of the pools on the Secret side. And there are many, many to choose from over there as well. The pools on the Impression side were a little bit more on the quiet side, especially the main pool, which we're showing here, and then the Seaside Beach Club pool, which was down on the beach level. Those were both very quiet. And there's also a rooftop pool, which I'll talk about later. It had a little bit more activity going on. But if you wanted to have a little bit more action and a little bit more activity, again, like I said, you had access to all the pools over on the Secret side. And there are just so many to choose from these shallow pools with hammocks in them. They had a big long pool they called the cross pool. It kind of has a glass end to it. That was like where everybody was getting their pictures taken. The lagoon pool was just absolutely beautiful. It's kind of the first thing that you see when you walk in. It's off of the lobby, and day and night it was just a really beautiful place. You could hang out and relax. We never actually swam in that pool. We spent more time around it in the evening with the nightlife, but they had 2 pools that had swim up bars over on the Secret side as well. And then you also have access to the Preferred Club Infinity Pool if you're staying as an Impressions guest. And this is in the Preferred Club building on the Secret side. So you not only have access to Impression stuff, but you also have access to the Preferred Club on the Secret side. So you actually have 2 rooftop pools as an Impressions guest. And you can see from this video, this is kind of at the back of the resort, away from the beach. So this pool kind of gave you a bird's eye view of the entire resort. It was nice up here. We preferred the Impressions rooftop pool over this one a little bit, just because the service was a little bit better over there. But both of them were really nice. I will say the water was really cold in both of the rooftop pools, and it was windy up there, which made it a little bit worse. But you can see the lagoon pool looking down right there. All of the pools at this resort are just awesome. It's kind of what the resort is known for. You know, they don't have a fantastic beach here. So I think they really tried to up the game with the pools to kind of make up for not having the greatest beach. The crown jewel, in my opinion, was the Impression Rooftop Infinity Pool. And we saw so many people taking the tour, coming up here and taking pictures. Like every day, it was like every hour on the hour, people were coming through and taking pictures. It's just so beautiful, so picturesque. The water was cold in the pool, but it was worth it. Another thing I loved about this pool area was you never had to battle for chairs. You could get a cabana or a chair pretty much any time of the day that you came up there. And really, if you've been to a lot of all-inclusive resorts, you know that sometimes the chair game can be super annoying. So if you don't have to battle for chairs, that's a huge bonus in my opinion. Overall, I would say if you are considering booking Impression by Secrets Moxche, I think you should do it. It's a great resort. If you like really good food, really good top shelf drinks, and great pool areas, you will love this resort. If you are a huge beach lover and that's your number one priority in a resort, it might not be for you, because obviously if it has a weak point, it's the beach. For us, we're more of pool people, so this was the perfect resort for us. Overall, I would not hesitate to book this resort again, and I'm looking forward to going back hopefully in the future. Thanks for watching the video. You guys have a great day.